So today we're going to be looking back at ticker symbol CLOV just to get an update of what sort of situation this stock is trading at and what sort of trading we can expect for the day of Friday. So there are still a few hours before the market opens, but it's always good to do your homework just a little bit before just to understand what sort of price action movement we can expect for this ticker symbol. Now, CLOV is highly shorted, and there's around a 40% short interest. Let me actually pull up the website where I get my information because I like sharing that information with the individual um, users. So I'm gonna move. Yeah, okay, yeah. So there you go. I'm gonna just adjust this just a little bit. So on the right side, as you can see, CLOV, which goes under Clover Health Investment Corporation, trades under the Nasdaq, has around a short interest of around 36%, with a float of 112 million shares, and outstanding shares is around 148.28 million. They are in the healthcare facilities, but that's just a little bit of information just to provide anyone who is watching these videos. So, if we're to look at CLOV for today's trading day, as you can see, these yellow trend lines have broken, which possibly could be some sort of manipulation within the stock, within individuals who are shorting the stock, which is okay. It's very expected because both sides of the markets can be played. We did see a nice price hike of around $28.83. And since then, it is sort of bouncing off of this resistance. If it continues to hold this, there's very little resistance at this. I'm going to go ahead and put a resistance line on this as well at around 1407. Now, if what I would like to see is maybe some sort of consolidation because there was so much rapid price increase within this stock, and if it decides to consolidate between this 1407 and 1669, then that would still be very, very positive for the stock. And as you can also see, right now I'm looking at the 1 month chart so we can get a nice picture of how this stock has been trading visually. This also helps other individuals. If I were to zoom in into the daily chart, then we wouldn't be able to really see these price hikes that we have seen. Now, as you can see, when the price dropped, there was some little bit of buying action, and all of these little bounce downwards. Actually, they weren't little; they were quite significant, and a little bit of volume coming in when the price was falling. Now, since then, it seems to be yesterday was a more of a consolidation day where the stock wasn't really doing much but just trailing along, slowly trailing in the downwards direction. Now, we will continue to watch CLOV to see what sort of price action movement we can get for today. But the RSI, as you can also see right over here, is in the oversold territory. So there could possibly be some more positive buying action within the stock. And what I am expecting for it to maybe at least bounce over this yellow trend line to see some more bullish trending pattern for CLOV. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. When I was watching the market yesterday, I decided not to open up a position yet with CLOV, but because it has broken out of this zone, this looks maybe like a better price to open up an entry. Um, and to see where it goes. Now, again, when you're dealing with short squeezes, it's also important to understand that many of the fundamentals that you would probably use when trading blue chip stocks or companies which are already established, those fundamentals have to be slightly put aside. But charting is always very, very important just to understand how low or what sort of resistance the stock is stopping at, where it's consolidating, where investors are still holding their positions. So that's what's very, very good about just being able to do these simple charts. Now, all of these trend lines are also very, very significant in the fact that once you have these trend lines, then you would always expect either for the stock to trade, to bounce off of these trend lines. And as you get more used to charting, you'll see that in many cases, the stock will just sort of trail against those trend lines, and if it does break, then we can expect lower price action for that ticker symbol. So right now, because of this breaking of this trend line, it is touching this resistance, which I just placed today at the 1407. So this could probably be a better buying entry into this stock. Um, and right now, I'm not sure what sort of short interest. Let's see if I can update this. I'm not sure how well they update this. So the same interest, 36.10%. So I'm not sure how quickly they update this information. And just because of that, it's also possible that this is updated and the short positions haven't been closed. So today's trading day could be very exciting as well for many people who are getting these low prices. If we do we could possibly see some very good buying action, which could cause a gamma squeeze, it could cause a short squeeze. This is unpredictable. We just have to watch the morning. We have to watch the pre-market and all the way up to the pre-close, which is 30 minutes after the closing of the market, to get a very nice understanding of how the stock is moving. Now, today is the day of Friday, so I am expecting some good positive price action movement. There was some information, employment numbers, and then obviously inflation has played a big part in the movement of stock prices for all companies on the stock exchange. Uh, but then again, when you have these short squeezes, I guess even those fundamentals have to be put aside because they just don't correlate with the sort of price action short squeezes presents to the traders. So I think that's the information that I have for today. Again, make sure not to trade off of my information. This is my due diligence, my homework, which I always do beforehand, before looking at the markets, before even they open, just to get a good idea for myself of what to expect for that trading day. This is more just information for maybe new investors, for new traders who are interested in learning how to maybe set up the resistance zone, set up trend lines, and sort of what prices to watch, but nothing to trade off of. This is strictly just my homework, which I like to share with the YouTube community because it has grown so amazingly, where people are sharing such good information. So the more knowledge individuals have, the more confident they will be in their trades. Um, I think that's it for today for this video. We'll keep an update. If things do happen, then I will continue to update throughout the day to see what happens with this stock. Make sure to leave a comment for any ticker symbols you would like me to analyze. It's also good for me because there's so many great companies out there which even I tend to miss. So if you do leave that out, I can always look into those companies as well, do some charting, and then put that up on YouTube for you as well. And make sure to just give a thumbs up. And if you're enjoying this information, if it's giving you some sort of confidence, if it is giving you that knowledge, then make sure to subscribe as well. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.